we shouldn't allow consequences to move us. We should have that discipline in ourselves to move, because we know that that's the thing that we should be doing. How dare we go work in the workforce and build someone else's business, but then we don't want to work for ourselves. We don't want to build ourselves or build our own businesses. How is it that we can be energetic and build someone else's company, but we can't be energetic and take care of our own selves? Like, we should be willing to do the things even more so for ourselves than we would do. Or I'm sorry, let me not say that, because we should work hard. If we're working in the work force, then we should do our best at whatever it is that we're doing for someone else. But what I'm saying is that how dare we work hard for someone else, but we won't invest in ourselves? If we have a business, then we should work harder to build our own business, because it's something that we can leave as a legacy for our children. Why is it that it takes someone to threaten us about being fired or something before we decide to work hard? Work hard for yourself. The same discipline, getting up early to get to work on time, well, those that get to work on time, but the same discipline that we use to build someone else's business, we need to use that same discipline for ourselves. When my children were younger, I used to always tell them, we're going to run this household like a business. And they're like, what? We had chore schedules, we had rotations, we had, we just knew what was going to happen. I mean, sometimes, a lot of times it got dysfunctional around there, but it's not because we didn't try. But we had schedules, we had cleaning parties. I think I got that from my military background, because we used to have working parties and stuff like that, but I would bring it home. We're having a cleaning party today. Today, we're having a cleaning party. What's that? What's a cleaning party? Everybody's working today. We cleaning up. We washing laundry, we washing dishes. It's a cleaning party. That's what we having today, a cleaning party. So, you have to have order and discipline. And, that's something that it takes a lot of work and effort. You have to have discipline. You have to have a certain level of integrity in your own household when it comes to yourself. You have to have a certain level of discipline. We used to talk about consistency, discipline, focus. There were things that I would teach my children at a younger age, because it was important for them. It was important for me to instill that in them, so that they would be prepared. They would be prepared to live their lives in such a way that they would be disciplined. They would be, focused. They would be consistent. Those are like character issues. Our character is that discipline, that consistency, that focus. Those are the things that determine our character, how we choose to live life on a daily basis. Our talent can get us somewhere, but it's our character that will keep us there. And we owe it to ourselves. How dare we go and work somewhere 9 to 5 and give our all, but we're unwilling, and we give our all only because we know that if we don't, there's some type of consequence. But then when it's time for us to give ourselves that opportunity to succeed, we don't do that for ourselves, because there's no one over us to, whip us like, okay, do it this way, do it that way. There's no one to make us do something for ourselves, but they make us do things for a company, or they make us do things for, the military, or they make us do things for, whatever it is. How dare we work hard for someone else, but we're unwilling to invest in ourselves? That's something to think about. Usually we're driven by consequences. We drive the speed limit. Well, most of us. Well, I don't know. But we'll drive the speed limit because we don't want to get a ticket. Okay? But we don't drive the speed limit because, we can save our lives, or we can save our family, or we don't wear our seatbelts because we're very precious and we, want to protect ourselves. We wear our seatbelts because we don't want to get a ticket, but we don't wear our seatbelts. If people, I can't even believe when people used to fight because they didn't want to wear their seatbelt. And I'm thinking to myself, you value yourself, right? Because there was a time where that didn't matter. People didn't wear seatbelts, that just didn't care about that. But then when the law came to say, okay, now it's time to wear seatbelts, people wore them because they didn't want to get a ticket, not because, oh, this is safe. It's proven that, people can survive a car crash if they are, have their safety belts on or their seat belts on. So it's like we have to kind of change our perspective. How dare we do things to help or to follow a rule or a system of rules, and we don't do those things just for ourselves, to protect ourselves, or to, build up ourselves or build up our own businesses. I think that we're cheating ourselves. We're cheating ourselves.